Today I want to make an updated 2028 presidential prediction video now with Trump in office for over 100 days. Now, right now, I think Pete Buttigieg is probably the best Democratic candidate, or most likely win the primaries, and same goes for JD Vance. So we'll go ahead and get both safe states out the way. All the safe states out of the way. Oh, which will be all the usual safe states, although I don't think Texas and Florida, I don't think Texas will be safe right now. Any other safe states for the Republicans of South Carolina? No safe states for Pete Buttigieg. Will, of course, be the usual, plus Colorado. And possibly New Mexico. And any other safe states? Oh, Alaska, of course. Now, we'll go ahead and get into the swing states, which I think will be Pennsylvania for sure, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona, New Hampshire, and then, of course, North Carolina. Now, one state that I think could be a swing state is New Jersey, but not by a. I'm not too sure if it will be a swing state by 2028. Same goes with North Virginia. Could become a swing state, probably not though, because Kamala only won it by around 6%. If trends continue and maybe Trump gets a better approval rating than what he's at right now, which is he's 12 points, 53% of America disapproves with him, and 6% doesn't know, so we can vote. Basically, only 41% of people know they approve with him. So I don't think Virginia will be a swing state. Neither will New Jersey. I think those both. I think Democrats make gains in both of those states. And I know after the Trump election, there was some talk about New Mexico turning Republican by 2028. But Trump's approval rating is just so bad. I'm not sure if New Mexico can be a swing state by 2028. Oh, of course, Georgia swing state. Now we'll get to the likelies, which I think Minnesota will go to Pete Buttigieg by around 7 to 8% in this scenario. Kamala won it by around, what's that, 4%. I could easily see it moving back up to the 7% margin for the Democrats. Same with Virginia, too. I can see it moving to 7% margins, 6% margins, somewhere around there. Oh my goodness. You see, Kamala was still able to win it by 4, 5, 6%. So, I could see Pete Buttigieg winning it by 8%. He could maybe even win Virginia by a higher margin than Minnesota. Of course, JD Vance will take Texas, but I think Texas moves down to like a 9% margin and not the 14% margin we saw with Trump. I think it moves down to like a 9% margin. I do think Pete Buttigieg does take New Jersey, wins it by around 7%. Kamala won it by 6. I could even see New Jersey moving back into the safe column, but right now I'm not too sure about that. Of course, JD Vance takes this district of Maine. Pete Buttigieg takes this district of Nebraska. And New Mexico, I also believe, moves back into the 7% margins. So the first swing state I want to talk about, we'll start with the north and we'll move down south. So let's go to New Hampshire, which Kamala won by 3%. And this was in a very bad year for Democrats, too. You know, Biden, terrible approval rating, and Kamala was still able to win it by 3%. I'm going to give Pete Buttigieg New Hampshire by around 5%. We then moved down to Pennsylvania, which this is a state that I think Republicans can look forward to in 2028 by winning. Sorry. So it could really go either way. But I know Josh Shapiro is very popular in Pennsylvania. He's a Democrat. And with Trump not doing too good right now with his approval rating only being 41%. Um, I could possibly see another like 2020 election style. So I think Pete Buttigieg takes it by around 0.5%. And then also Pete Buttigieg has ties to Michigan, and if Pennsylvania went blue, Michigan will also go blue, but not by the largest margin. And I also will have Wisconsin also going blue. I will have North Carolina going to JD Vance though. It's always a swing state that Democrats think they can win, but they are just never able to pull it out. I do think JD Vance still does take it by around that 2% margin that Trump did, somewhere around there. We then move down to Georgia. With Georgia, I think Democrats should look forward to winning. Because if we look at shit for 2020, these higher, um, there, Georgia had the most places shift left. And I think over these next 4 years, I think Georgia will shift even more left. I think Georgia's the best swing state for Democrats to win. So I could see Josh Shapiro winning it by around 2%, 2, 3%, somewhere around there. Would then go over to Arizona, which I do think Republicans look forward to winning. Donald Trump won it by 5%. Worst case scenario, I think JD Vance still wins it by around 3, 4%, somewhere around there. We then move up to Nevada, which Trump won by 4%. I still think JD Vance wins it, but by around 1%. The main reason is because I think JD Vance will win North Nevada, Arizona, is because Republicans do very well with non-college educated people overall, and non-college educated or non-high school educated people too. And I know Nevada has a high population, or has one of the higher populations of non-college educated people in that state. And I believe I saw a stat. I'll have to fact check this later, where Arizona also has a population like that. But also Arizona has just been always been Republican. Twice been in the closer margins, but the only year a Democrat won it was in 2020, and before that it was 40 years. Biden won it for the first time in 40 years. I don't think Pete Buttigieg will do what Biden did. Nevada, I could see going either way, but I still think JD Vance wins it. And this is my updated 2028 electoral map. Thank you all for watching, and peace out.